Hello and welcome back to BookGames Spectator. I'm your host, Michael T. We're picking back up where we left off in the order book. No need to go through, hey, when you start, where do you start? You start at the listing time to catch any snipes. Let's just triple check on that. And anything interesting? It seems pretty current to me. And then we check on the sale time. We left off at one from a few days ago that I was really sad didn't have the opportunity to purchase this Love of Optimism for $85. Oh man, makes you wonder, how can you catch these snipes when they're coming in? Always have capital in the ready so that you can participate. Hashtag not financial advice. Everyone's situation is different. You're going to have to strategize that in terms of your entries and your exits on your own. Unless we offer a paid course outside of YouTube. But either way, it's still hashtag not financial advice. I think that's a podcast at this point. But either way, okay, so we're looking at this and we're taking a look at this and we're seeing the floor of these and we're like, okay, a floor of diamond hollows. No, excuse me. A floor of diamond clears. It's interesting. I wonder what that looks like. Diamond clears. Diamond clears. Yeah, these are what we were looking at. Oh wow, picked up a koala too. Interesting. Saw a conviction in there. Saw another conviction for $180. Man. It's from a year ago, pre-shelf or post-shelf. Two years ago. Interesting entries. But we're not here to go into this. We're here to wrap up our time in the order book so that we can move forward. So, okay, so we took a look at clear diamond. Let's take a look at the market.
Laboratory. Yeah, that's very interesting.
Pause. So as we pick back up, this would be one of your macro bucket cases. We're checking out a specific frame and a specific spectacular. We don't do this very often. Let's check out the shelf. This is the market. These have been going for shelf prices. Okay, we usually stop after we get past the 500s because they're going to be sitting for a while. But yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so let's move forward. Anything interesting? Anything that stands out? Oh, this conviction. This conviction right here stood out for me. Oh, and we're finally at the front of the queue. Wow. 'Wow, so let's finally close this out. 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 'Wow, so let's finally close Conviction marble bubblegum. I wanted this one as well, but the snipes were the algos were moving too quick. That's why I always recommend people, if you really want to try to get a good sale, like the lowest bid is not always the best. Sometimes if you want to just, it's hard to find a good argument for saying, hey, help me beat the algorithms, price it a little bit higher so that they have to wonder. And I'm like, maybe I can get in. It's a hard argument to make for people just saying, oh, well, I'm just dumping on the market. Get in where you fit in. But this was an interesting one because it was showing a lot of different prices. 1.3, 1.1 shelf. So it had a sharp drop, fall off. One of the first sold at that price. Oh wow, and it wasn't a fat, oh wow, that was a fat finger. Talk about market capitulation. At that point, I would just write, like, how, that's a story. What is it like to own something that's worth 1.688 Ethereum? Over $7,000 in current market terms. What is it like owning something that had that valuation and seeing that and then capitulating for less than $100? Talk about a fat finger. That wasn't even a fat finger. That was like just, oh my goodness. What does it mean to capitulate in that context? That's pretty wild. Wow. For them to be able to find that so quickly. Wow, I'm more shocked that I couldn't, because I think I remember seeing this one like 15 minutes before it was sold. So to that end, I'm saying, like, dang, what is it like to get access to those types of snipes? To be able to really participate in a true snipe of a book game. I kind of think about that, and I kind of fantasize about that, like just the wait, under $100, and it's like a extremely rare token. But I think it's mostly the algos that make it. It's really difficult for people to get at those high ticket items at those prices. But for whoever owns this, wow. A great snipe, and a horrible market capitulation. Like, is the you have to think, is the $90 really worth it? Is it worth it? I would just say, oh, I write it off. That token doesn't even exist anymore. Oh no, that's what it's worth. It's worth what I paid for it. It doesn't matter. It's coming back, or it'll be there later on. Like, is the peace of mind that you got something back from this well, is it worth it? Is it I don't know. I do not know, especially considering this one has been sold so many times. Oh, this was the first Conviction bubblegum marble sold. The first Conviction bubblegum marble sold. I wonder how much. Let's go all. But not the first Conviction marble sold. Still crazy, because I feel like I need some dry powder just to be able to snipe. Oh man. Okay, so that's the end of the order book. We're fully caught up. Now when we begin, we can just start with the entries for market listing time. To catch snipes, to get caught up on what's been listed in the order book. And we just got caught up on the sale time. To figure out what was being sold recently that caught our eye, that stood out, that potentially had an interesting story. So now we get to figure out what to do next. Where shall I take you on this next BookGames journey? It should be something more structured, something where we tackle taking a look at a specific thing. I'm thinking going through series, thinking of going through specific spectaculars, taking a look at different attributes. Accountability. Accountability all. I was about to say, leave it as a cliffhanger. We won't even be. Oh, all of that was just 7 months, dude. Crazy. Scrolling back in time. This is going to be our cliffhanger, because there's no way we're going to be able to finish scrolling by the time we get to the end of this video. So if you've enjoyed this content, I would like you to save it to a playlist for future reference. In future videos, we're going to be going over specific attributes. We're going to be going over specific spectaculars. We're going to be doing cross references. Yeah, some of those tokens stood out to me. I'm in the market for an ability bubblegum or ability diamond, or excuse me, ability bubblegum or ability hollow. Galaxy. So again, this is another time to, I thought I was going to go into it, to just let it scroll into that close, but nothing is more important than memorizing the BookGames token count supply sheet. So we can end on that note. Burn this into your mind and cross-reference it with the rarity, frame rarity. Until next time.